serious question. You guys are millennials from Canada. Do you think that skews the forming of your opinions? If we want to answer this, and then we'll go, if that sounds good
Yeah.
to you guys.
I'm
Yep.
good with that.
Okay.
Definitely changed my opinion, because when I first entered the workforce, we were already struggling, and it already felt like we were working towards nothing, essentially. So it definitely changed my opinion.
It is. And for me, just being from Canada, I think the thing that's really changed my whole perspective on this thing is, number one, we've had a decade of liberal policies. People who literally, in my opinion, hate Canadians, hate our country, have done pretty much all that they can to destroy our country in the name of liberal, in the name of, good. But the other thing too is that I understand now, after getting into Bitcoin and kind of sniffing around a bit, I understand the power of natural resources, the power of energy, and how important that is to have as a country. And Canada, more so than probably any other country on this planet, has an absolutely abundant amount of natural resources. And the fact that there's people living on the streets, the fact that there's people lining up at food banks, that should never, ever be the case in this country. We should be one of the most abundant, rich, wealthy countries. But because of our government, because of a centralized entity being able to create money, being able to influence, manipulate, program minds, we're in a tough spot. And I think that Bitcoin is the cure to all that. The centralization is the problem. Decentralization and Bitcoin is the solution. And that's why I'm so excited. And I think that that's why there's so many great Bitcoiners from Canada.
Yeah, well said, both of you. I think that a lot of who we are, my theory is on who we are as individuals is dictated by when we're born, where we're born, what our environment is. This dictates a huge amount of who we end up being in the world, what we end up doing. And Canada has my entire life, getting into, like, I guess my entire adult life has been a struggle with the affordability, with living affordability, with housing going up, with just the cost of fuel, energy, food, everything. That has been a constant understanding that is a problem. And when that is a problem, you start looking for what is the solution, right? So you really only look for solutions when there is a problem. So 100%, being a millennial, when I was born, and the world I get into as an adult, being in Canada, where we have huge problems with housing being a store of value, foreign investment, lack of too much regulation for building, all of these things compound and create unaffordable housing, which I've been struggling with my entire life. And of course that has led me to Bitcoin. So yes, big part of me forming my opinions, definitely.
Good way to end the show, boys. I mean, the channel's called Maple Bitcoin. We are all from Canada. We haven't spent a whole lot of time talking about Canadian anything. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of after a couple months here, this is the first little deep dive we did into Canada. So we received a couple more zaps. I want to give a shout out because it is definitely not unnoticed here. We got 1,000 sats and we got 500 sats from, it looks like $1.52 there in the chat. So once again, for the last time, if you would like to support the channel here, there's a QR code beside Forrest's head. You can send some sats to that. You can also send it to Maple Bitcoin at coinos.io.